Yes, I've got some good shit to tell you today, brothers and sisters. As I say, we're not gonna bullshit about it. We're gonna tell it just like it is.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Alright, I have a number of things to talk about. I really hate posting a whole bunch of videos at one time, but I don't know, stuff kind of just pops in my mind and, you know, I have to get it all out at once. Alright, anyways, it's, Friday night or Saturday morning, whatever you want to call it. Just getting back from a barbecue at my homegirl spot. And my friend was there who's getting married in a week. So he came through and we were glad he was able to make it. And we were talking about, you know, how he knew he was ready. You know, he's getting married to a wonderful woman. And, you know, they've been together for the last, 3 or 4 years. So, you know, I don't know her too well, but I've been around her enough to know that she's a good person. But I was kind of alarmed. So we were talking about how my boy knew he was ready. And he talked about how he knew in terms of what made her the one and all this other stuff. But we really didn't necessarily ask her. Now, granted, we ran out of time, and hopefully within the next week or so, I could actually sit down with him and ask him. But, you know, I don't know if we didn't ask her because we didn't have time, or we didn't ask her because we assumed that, you know, she was already set up and ready for marriage. I think the problem in terms of marriage is that men often have to reevaluate who they are and what they need to be when they want to get married, right? They have to step aside and really evaluate who they are. Like, who do I have to become? What do I have to change? Where do I have to grow? So they definitely have to do this whole self-reflective process to know that they're ready. But the women don't. And my problem with it is that we assume that women are naturally suited for marriage, and that's what women want. But the problem is we have confused the whole idea of her not wanting to be alone versus her wanting to be in a marriage. Right? You know, we just assume that women are naturally suited for marriage and it's men that have to do the changing. We have to become moral. Right? We have to let go of our, you know, sinful behaviors and all the other good stuff. Right? We have to clean up to get on their level. But I'm like, yo, why do we assume that she's automatically ready? Why? Why? I think this is a problem. You know, a lot of the times men get upset with their relationships or they're unhappy in their marriage simply because they never went through the process of challenging the person that they're with to reflect. Right? They never went through the process where they made her ask certain questions, reevaluate her life. They just assume that because she's a woman and women don't like to be lonely, that automatically qualifies her to be marriage material. And it's dangerous. It really is dangerous. Because once you put that ring on, it's assumed that everything that she's doing is fine. You know, you get where I'm going? So all the things that she does, good or bad, is kind of looked over because women are naturally suited for marriage. So qualities that quite frankly may be negative and bad for the relationship are automatically tolerated. Once again, because by default, she's ready for marriage. Naturally. And that's a big problem. That's a big problem. I think it's a good thing that men have to self-reflect and look at their lives and actually evaluate what that woman brings. But we need to put that on the woman. We have to stop automatically assuming that she wants marriage and that she's ready for it just because she doesn't want to be alone anymore. Or just because she wants companionship. So, you know, you guys tell me how you feel. Take it easy and God bless.